Oh, it's so beautiful. What kind of tracks are those? Those are a good size too. That's chaga there. That's a pretty good amount actually.
And then over here.
But we'll need to bring the hatchet to take that off. It just blows my mind every time. Oh, could have been a young bald eagle. Came pretty close, eh? Look at this. Well, it's official. Winter is here. But what a pretty sight this is. Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today at Tiny Barn Farm. Today we're going to head out to the pond. So I really have been wanting to walk out there. It's about a 15 to 20 minute walk through the woods on the property. And I just thought, because it's so beautiful today, that this would be such a nice day to walk out there, check out what's happening in the forest, see if there's been any animal tracks now that we have snow on the ground. Before we go, I'm actually going to make some chaga tea, and I thought I would go through the process with you. We harvest chaga from our woods, and we've had this amount of chaga for quite a while. This will probably last us for a couple of years still. But we're going to go into the woods and see if there's any more. We don't harvest all of it. We always keep actually most of it in the woods. We do harvest a little bit just to keep in our pantry. So this is my little crockery kettle that I picked up, I think at some kind of thrift store. And I actually selected it because it had a glass top. I find a lot of them now have plastic tops, so I was pretty pleased to see one with a glass top, and then it's just like a ceramic on the inside. So I make my chaga tea in this old thing, and it just basically has 3 settings, super basic. That's kind of what it looks like when we take it off the tree. Now we usually have to use a hatchet. It's quite hard, and we have to use a hatchet even to break it up into chunks. What we do is we take a couple of these chunks, maybe 2 or 3, and then we put a couple liters of water into our crock pot here. So I drop those in. It's amazing how much 3 little pieces will make. And so then I cover that up, set that to high, and literally I'll have this going for like 24 hours. I've got some left over in a jar from, this would be like about a week and a half ago, but it literally looks like black coffee once it's done. So this will simmer, those 3 little pieces will actually turn into this. And then what I'll do is, well, we usually enjoy it the first night when it's done, and then I'll put it into a mason jars and just leave it in the fridge, and it's good for a couple weeks. But yeah, and then when I go to drink it, what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of maple syrup and a little bit of almond milk or cream. And it's actually a really nice tea, and we just enjoy it with like a muffin or something like that. Yeah, chaga tea. So yeah, let's go take a walk in the woods. And sorry, that's my cats running around. They're so nutty this time of day. But we'll go take a walk in the woods and go check out the pond. Look at the snow sitting on those, on the grasses. Is it ever pretty? Woo! Gross. Every time.
Look at this. It's like a winter wonderland through here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's like every surface has snow on it. We did hear coyotes the other night. Or wolves, I don't know. One or the other, or a mix. But we did hear one howling back here somewhere. Which is always quite haunting at this time of year, late at night. I guess this is the first official snowfall. We've had some snowfall, but this is the first that's still sitting on the ground. Isn't that pretty? Little puffs. Yeah. Yeah, in the winter I like to make winter bouquets. So I take dry grasses and greens from the evergreen trees and just put them in a jar. It's kind of a nice way to spruce up the house in the winter time. Add a little green. Here's our little camera. Hopefully, well, it seems to be okay. Just covered in snow. It wouldn't be getting much now.
It's dead. So
Oh, it's dead. So we'll see if there's anything on it. Sometimes when the batteries die, we find that it just erases everything. So I don't know what that's about. These cameras can be pretty glitchy. It's nice to have the sun. We've had cloud the last few days. Look at this poplar. Is this a poplar?
Yeah.
Beautiful. I get the poplars and the birch trees mixed up because they both have white trunks. Oh, there's some kind of tracks here. Oh, look at this. Who would this be? What kind of tracks are those? Those are a good size too.
Well, it was definitely chasing a rabbit.
You think that's, oh, that might be rabbit tracks. Is that
Yeah.
rabbit, you think?
But those are right there. That's rabbit.
Yeah, like the back feet. Because the back, it's like the snowshoe hare has the big front feet and the little back, well, the big back feet and the little front feet. And the front feet end up behind the back feet. So that's rabbit. Somebody was chasing somebody, and then there's a little something here. But these are, yeah. This is a bird or oh no, maybe a little, oh, that's, I don't know what that is. That could be like a little vole or something. We do have a lot of hares in this area. Hare is just another name for a type of rabbit, but they have very, very large back paws. Look at all the moss. So beautiful back here. That's a wildlife track there. You could see the dent in the ground there. This is all moss through here. It's so pretty. Into the woods we go. We haven't been in here in a while. Oh, the moss is extra puffy. You could you could feel it under our feet. You do find random large boulders in here. Fallen trees, which I'm sure is providing a lot of homes for critters. There's actually a lot of fallen trees through here, eh?
It's a birch tree.
Yeah, this one. We haven't, did we get chaga off this tree?
No, I don't think so.
I thought there was a big chunk of chaga on it. We did get some from the other one. I think that may have fallen over already. I thought we got, yeah, we did. We got our latest chaga off this tree. And we left a bunch of it.
From there.
Yeah.
That's a bit here.
This tree is definitely in decline. It's massive. I don't even think, I mean, do birch trees usually get this big?
Yeah,
It's
that's big for a
huge.
birch tree.
It's got to be, how tall would that be? 80 feet. Yeah, we did take some chaga off this tree. But we like to leave some of it so that it keeps forming in the woods. Oh, it smells so good back here. Look at that fern. So beautiful. Just sitting here quietly. Oh, nature is just so amazing. Look at these mushrooms on this tree. This tree has become a mushroom log. Isn't that just incredible? And the colors, like pink and green, and it's just amazing. That's an old birch. Just lovely. Just covered in mushrooms. Habitat. All right, let's see. This opens up here and it's like just a marshy area. This pond connects to our neighbor's pond. So this connects to our pond, and then there's kind of this wet marshy area in between, and then there's another pond that way. There'd be a lot of life here. A lot of wildlife through here. All right. A nice time of year to be in the forest. It's not as creepy because you can actually see where you're going when it gets grown in. You can't see much ahead of you. Gosh, I don't see any tracks. I mean, I'm sure there are. They're just nothing this morning anyway. Oh, this might be deer, I think. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely deer tracks through here. Right there, that's a deer. Yeah, the deer were through here this morning. We are planning to cut trails at some point. Let's see the deer tracks through here. Neat. Yeah, every once in a while you'll see a nice big maple in here.
Kind of choked out by these balsam.
Oh yeah, the balsam firs have totally taken over in here.
I'd like to thin some of this out. Depending on
Oh, the water's moving.
oh, yeah,
Let's go see the babbling brook. I wasn't sure. Oh, look at this. Gosh, I love this feature of this property. It's so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a fallen tree there. Look at the base of that. And it just keeps going. This comes from our pond to the neighbor's pond. But I want to show you something else here. Look at the mushroom. Look at that, like a little shelf. And then you've got a burrow there in that tree. And there, somebody's home. So beautiful. All right, let's see where hubby went. Even just all the stones covered in moss. It's just incredible back here. A lot of ferns in this area. A lot of stones, random stones. This little water course gets pretty active in the spring. It's quite low this time of year, but oh, it's just like out of a John Steinbeck novel. And look at the tree roots, how they're growing right over the rocks. It just blows my mind every time. It is, yeah. Ravens. Look at all the stones. I don't know if I ever really noticed how many stones are here. It's like a field of stones.
Yeah, you wonder if 100 years ago they didn't put all the stones.
Yeah, I know. These farm fields, a lot of these farm fields were cleared back in the, what would have been the early 1900s.
There's still stones scattered. So.
Yeah, but we've found barbed wire fence back here. So I think this used to be old farm fields. And there's all these stones here. But they could be, I guess, naturally occurring from, I don't know, way back. It's just incredible. The stones, it's just tons. And they're all covered in moss. This tree is growing right on top of one. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. This birch tree is...
Look at this. Look at it from over here.
Yeah, it's like leaning on this.
Yeah. Look at the
It's a...
you'll see what it's
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, look at that. It's just like a papery mess. This birch tree is just totally peeling. Look at it, all the way up there. It's massive. The bark is incredible. Just coming off in huge sheets. And this birch bark is amazing fire starter. Like if you ever want to start a campfire, not a forest fire, a campfire, a birch bark is extremely flammable, so you can use that as a fire starter. The snow really brightens it up back here, doesn't it? It's a nice time to walk back here. Look at the crack in that. That crack would have been caused either by a lightning strike or the freeze and thaw in the winter. Look at that. It's like, I don't know, 10 feet tall crack in that trunk. You get these little pockets of little ponds through here. Oh, look at that. The color on that, those mushrooms is amazing. Like bright green. We've even seen moss that glows in the dark. Now, I don't know what kind of moss that is. If anybody out there knows what kind of moss glows in the dark, let me know in the comments, because that was amazing seeing that once a while back. Those are tiny little prints. That could be a squirrel or something. Something little, probably sitting up in the tree watching us. This is definitely a favorite spot of ours on this property. It is magic. Look at this. Oh my God. It just blows my mind every time. I saw some kind of bird, a large bird. What's that? Some kind of a, I don't know. Could have been a young bald eagle. Came pretty close, eh? Look at this. This is the pond. And it just keeps going. In the winter, when everything freezes, we can walk to the left and it takes us to this old farm field. Oh my God, it's just, and it's all clear. It's just, the view from there is just spectacular. This is pretty good. We think we may have seen a bald eagle. I'm not sure if the camera caught it, but it kind of made a quick turnaround when it saw us. So this is all wetlands here. But it freezes solid in the summer, in the winter, so we'll venture out there. We actually don't know how deep it is, so we will be checking that. But there's another thing here that was neat when we first came here. There's an old canoe. I mean, it's in rough shape now, but that used to be used by some of the neighbors. They would go duck hunting back here. So then they left it. So just a piece of history. When they were boys, they used to come out here.
There's another canoe in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's another canoe, and I think there's two more somewhere hidden in the water. I think this was used often for hunting. We don't hunt here now, so all the wildlife is enjoying a bit of a sanctuary now. We'd like to eventually put a lookout here on this little mound that faces the water. We get the feeling there probably was a lookout, like some kind of, and then it's been grown in ever since, but it'd be nice to put something on this mound to face the water, clear out a few of the trees.
There's a bit of work here.
Yeah, but it's like this natural kind of high spot that kind of, it's like a little peninsula.
Yeah.
So it'd be so nice to have like a screened in cabin here or something. Can you imagine sleeping out here in the summertime? Well, the bugs would be insane, but maybe it's definitely screened in. But that view would be something else early in the morning.
Yeah, you'd see some awesome wildlife.
You would, yeah.
You know the moose and bear out here.
And the birds, oh my God. We often see, well, every night we see the sandhill cranes and the blue herons and Canada geese, ducks heading to the pond. They fly right by our window sometimes. Some of the color on this wood is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is chaga. It's dead though, this tree. Long dead, but look at that. We'll leave this, but look at that. That chaga killed this tree. Look at this. Look how big that is.
Yeah, and
That's chaga.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Holy
it was
cow.
just hanging here.
Because that's long dead.
That's long dead, yeah. So it's alive and well in this forest. You can see there's a huge amount of it under there too. They say you should take chaga from trees that are still alive, but it will eventually kill the tree. So yeah, this one definitely has been long dead. But yeah, chaga is alive and well in this forest. Oh, is this the beaver tree? I think this is it. Yeah, oh my God. Okay, so this is amazing. You can hardly tell now. But this tree, and what would you say that diameter is?
It's good 12.
12 inches, was taken down by a beaver. Like, look at them. I mean, the moss on, the colors on that are amazing. But this tree was taken down by a beaver, like, I don't know, 1 million years ago. But just incredible. Those little creatures, how powerful their teeth are. Yes, there's chaga in this tree, and this tree still is still alive. You can see the leaves on it.
We might want to harvest that this year.
Oh yeah, that's chaga there. That's a pretty good amount actually.
And then over here.
But we'll need to bring the hatchet to take that off. But we could use a little more. We're starting to run a little low. But very cool. There is an abundance of it in this forest. Which is...
I thought that might be chaga, but that's just a burl.
Yeah, that's a burl. Look at that. Some of the woodworkers make bowls out of these. It's kind of like, I don't know what kind of, it's like some kind of a disease on the tree, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, it's an aberration.
But look at that. Oh, I see little fox prints or something. I think that might be a fox. Yeah, they're like just a little bigger than cat paws. So cute. We have seen a red fox hanging around, so hopefully it's here to stay. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'll show you this. Pileated woodpecker will do this. You think this is probably a pileated woodpecker, right? It's like condos in this tree, but they actually make those holes to dig the bugs out of dying trees. But look at that.